We got 4 people in the live stream. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live stream. So I do want to let you know, for future reference, if you do not like this live stream, you can definitely leave. But we're about to talk about something that's very important. And if you don't like this topic, you're more than welcome to leave the stream. I do not tolerate trolls. I kick the trolls out. If you're not on topic, I kick you out. I'll let you know before I kick you out. Another thing too, be respectful in a live stream. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. You can say how you feel, but respectfully though. What's up, Frankie? Peach, I'm gonna need you to stay on topic. What we about to talk about is Americans are struggling at an all-time high. It's like a lot of people are getting to the point of considering filing bankrupt. And we have the article here. We got the article, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about high prices, for rent, gas, things like that. So this article says, I'll turn the green screen off. I'll turn it off. This article says Americans considering filing for bankruptcy hits highest level since the pandemic. So basically, it just talks about how bankruptcy filings are on the rise in 2025. And they say that this year, over 140,000 bankruptcy filings were reported in the US. Americans are thinking about bankruptcy, which is tied to financial factors like tariffs and consumer debt. This is something that needs to be talked about because a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people, I have talked about the struggle on one of my streams. A lot of people don't even know how it feels to struggle. So it's unfortunate for the people that don't know how to struggle, that never really had to go through the struggle. Because a lot of people were spoon fed, pretty much their whole lives. A lot of people were sheltered their whole lives, so they don't really know what it's like and how it feels to struggle. So this was just in today, actually, this article. It says, Legal Shield released its findings using its Consumer Stress Legal Index, which the legal service provider pointed to a heightened financial strain that has become a new normal for American households. Peach you are a whole distraction. I'm going to just get you out of here. We ain't having no distractions, y'all. I'm kicking people right out the streams for real. Nothing much, Frankie. Life has just been life as it should be. I had asked for people to send their prayers up for my family because evidently, we're going through a lot, just like everybody else is. We're going through a lot. And people's real, genuine people, their prayers have definitely worked because we've been doing good for the past, day or two. So we good. Ashley says, damn, how you struggling? Ashley, whoever you are, I'm going to need you to be respectful in the stream. If you can't relate to the topic, I will kick you out. So it says, why are bankruptcy inquiries rising? Bankruptcy filings spiked 14.2% by the end of 2024, with Legal Shield inferring that inquiries by Americans are connected to concerns about new tariffs, mortgage worries, uncertainty in the housing market, consumer debt, and rising interest rates. Ashley is another one. You're going to get kicked out. Legal Shield's Consumer Stress Legal Index monitors roughly 150,000 calls monthly from people searching for legal assistance related to bankruptcy, foreclosure, and consumer finance. It also says, by the numbers, here we go. BankruptcyWatch.com, an online platform for automating bankruptcy operations, reported that so far in 2025, there have been 144,034 reported bankruptcy filings in the United States, with an average of 10,288 weekly bankruptcy filings this year, compared to 9,687 in 2024. And I believe that is it. That's it for that article. So what I want to say about that is it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's happening. China is striking at the United States. They ain't playing no games. Babylon is falling. And it's getting real. It's getting real. I'm prepared. What about you? Are y'all prepared? Because a lot of people, see, a lot of people, they think it's a game. They still think it's a game. You want to know how they think it's a game? Because they're still taking their money and spending it and splurging it on unnecessary things, even though China exposed the United States. We're going to talk about that too, because a lot of y'all sitting up here taking y'all money and using it towards name brand items, the same name brand items that they said literally that's cheap as ever. And here in the US, they taxing the hell out of us. Well, not me. I don't include me in it because I don't buy stuff like that. People be up here spending like $5,000 on a damn bag, on a designer bag. $500 on a t-shirt, $600 on a pair of jeans, $1,200 on a pair of shoes. No, I don't see how y'all can do it. Me, I'm going straight to the clearance rack. If I see a shirt for $1, I'm taking that. These bags, the cheapest bag, this designer bag that I saw on the website, on the China website, $7. $7 for a actual designer bag, because everything pretty much is created in China. And yet and still, those bags and all that stuff, is the material is being shipped over here and they taxing. And people being dumb enough to spend all that. And guess what? People still being stupid. But let's pull up another article, because a lot of y'all gonna be alarmed by this one too. This how you know it's getting real. I'm about to show y'all right now. So stay with me. Stay with me. A lot of y'all probably finna be mad at this too, especially if you do online shopping. You're gonna be pissed. Let's go. So this one says, just in today, Temu and Shein are to raise prices for U.S. consumers starting next week. Let's say that again. Temu and Shein are to raise prices for American consumers starting next week. And we're going to just go ahead and play the video, because this one is a video. So are y'all ready for that? Because I know I shop on Shein from time to time. So, I mean, I told my husband this a few weeks ago. I was like, I bet you, how much you want to bet? People think that it's sweet right now, but I could almost guarantee you that them prices on Shein is going to skyrocket. It's gonna skyrocket. God damn it. Hold on, y'all. Turn it down. It's too loud. Okay, it's still too loud.
Welcome back to what?
All right, hold on 1 second. Because we're going to. Frankie says Temu and Shein items are junk. We shouldn't waste our money. Facts. Nah, it's like certain items. Yes, I have a few. I have a few shirts that's pretty decent. Their jewelry is all right. It's all right. They purses, I don't like their bags. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm probably gonna give them away to somebody. I had bought some shoes off of there like a few weeks ago, and it's like it's okay, but not that great. Like on a rating, because I never purchased anything off of Temu, but I always like every now and then shop on Shein. Um, I would give them a rating of like a 6. 10 is the highest, but they are right. It ain't the best, you know what I'm saying, material or anything like that. Yeah, they got some nice, like I love their clothing, like the shirts, the pants. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really like their pants. Not digging the pants because every time I buy a pair and it gets here, it's like I'm looking like this is not how it looked online. You know what I'm saying? So, but the shirts now, yes, they shirts be killing it. And I got a few dresses and stuff like that, but yeah, let's go ahead and watch this news clip. Let me turn the camera. Oh wait, give me 1 second, y'all. I got my little shade thing going here. Okay. So that's my puzzle too, y'all. We do puzzles and stuff like that. 300 pieces. Anyway, here we go. Is it doing it?
It's been put on.
Okay, it's choppy right now. Give me 1 second. Start it over.
List.
Jeez, come on now.
In Westfall, a live look at the White House on this Wednesday night, just about 10:15 in the nation's capital, 7:15 out west. It's been a volatile couple of weeks for financial market. Tariff announcement earlier this month. In fact, stocks dipped since been put on hold. This has led to questions about whether the Fed will take steps to calm investors. Listen to, we did hear from Fed Chair Jerome can state how tariffs and other economy policies economic policies from the Trump administration will play out before making any big changes to things like interest rate. Economist at Comerica Bank, Bill Adams, is here to get into. This is a complex topic, complex interview these past few weeks. So I'm sure you listened to Powell today. He spoke in Chicago, and he said that the Trump administration larger
I don't know why it's doing it, y'all.
The same is likely, which will include higher inflation and slower growth. So, Bill, a Fed chair's words carry a lot of weight. How significant is it for Powell to say higher inflation and slower growth?
The message from top, inflation going up, but the unemployment rate potentially also going up. The Fed doesn't have great tools to address this type of shock. Financial markets have been hopefully soon after the turbulence of April,
how you doing?
But it is not in a hurry to make a rate cut, and the Fed might be on hold for an extended period direction, and unemployment pulls them in the other direction, and that's a disappointment for financial markets.
So Powell wants to wait to see. Now, how long does it take when will the Fed have a clearer picture of what's actually happening here?
Assumes that the moment that we're in right now gives way relatively soon to negotiation and potentially some of the tariffs being suspended during those negotiations, which would mean that the effective tariff rate, the rate would likely go down. So if that happens, we see that one in which tariffs end up having less of an effect on inflation. The case if tariff rates hold unchanged where they are today. That that they are looking to start these negotiations with trading partners, but we're not there today. And for high tariff rates, are hesitant to make additional purchases of tariff rate today if they might be able to get the same products paying a lower tariff rate in a couple of weeks or a couple of months.
We asked our viewers to send in their questions. Mark from Charlotte, Queen City, asking, is the Fed going to lower rates to push the economy? So, and I'll add something onto that myself. Is the economy, what would it take to get the Fed to get involved?
At the beginning of 2025, but there is increased uncertainty about business hiring could slow near term because policies are shifting so quickly and because businesses.
We gonna pause right there real quick because first and foremost, I just got something to say. I hate when people tell you to get a job and they see what's going on. They see, but yet and still, you got people out here still telling people you need to go get a job. Do you see what's going on? Unemployment rates is rising. It's rising because of the tariffs. And people still yelling out, all you got to do is just go get a job. You should just work. That's all you got to do. Explain to me, how fast can I get hired then? Because my husband actually applied for healthcare, to be a healthcare assistant. He went through orientation and everything. And they said they're going to tell him that it takes up to, I think they told him 6 months for his background check to come back. That's what they told him. They had him do all that extra stuff. He thinking he's finna get right in and everything. You know what I'm saying? They talking about 6 months for a background check. Then y'all still sending them emails. Just say y'all not hiring. Because when we went up in there, they was talking about how a lot of people was quitting. They didn't really go into detail on why, but evidently, you know why. People are being overworked and they not getting paid enough. Too much money ain't enough money, if you get what I'm saying. This is how people feel. Too much money ain't enough money. You could be making $30 an hour and it still ain't enough to help cover your expenses. I'm seeing people talking about how they be doing overtime. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's go to these videos so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Because I don't know if some of y'all seen these videos or not. It's on YouTube. You know? And it's painful. It's painful for folks that ain't never had to go through something like this. You know, it's painful for folks that's never been homeless. It's painful for people they're sitting back on their couch right now like, oh my God, Easter is around the corner. What am I going to do? I don't have any food for Easter. I can't give my kids an outfit. But let me tell y'all how hard-headed Americans are. Especially Black folks. Let me tell you how hard-headed they is. They're still going to go as far as to spending hella money, getting food for Easter, getting clothing and shoes, and trying to put on their best fit as well. So they can pretend to be Christian or whatnot, or pretend to love God and all that stuff. But the whole time they doing it just to flex all over the internet. Y'all already know how stuff like that go. But overall, people are still being hard-headed. Still. While complaining at the same time. Oh my God, I can't believe Trump really doing this. But you still spending money. You still is. So what you gonna do when they don't send no more tissue over here? What you gonna do when they don't send clothing material there because a lot of people are materialistic as hell and that's all they care about. Me personally, I'm comfortable with whatever I have at the house because me and my husband don't really go shopping for clothes, to be honest. Like we would literally wear the same thing for 3 years straight. And like I just told Frankie, I did a little bit of shopping on Shein and that was like a couple months back. And that's all. I just got a few shirts and that was it. And it's like, I'm not about to go ham because if you think about it, you have to support what's needed in the household instead of what you want. What you want. Everybody want clothes. We all want clothes and shoes and stuff like that. We want this. We want that. We want the material. You know what I'm saying? But is it really worth it? Stop wasting your money. Stop wasting your time. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Every time, like in the past, when I would lose a job, I would look up and I would be like, you know what? I don't really care. Because I don't really care about money. I've struggled for so long and I know what it's like to struggle and I know how it feels to the point where I don't care. I can have $100 right now and it'll be swept away like dust real fucking soon. $100 in today's time is like $20. Let's break it down real quick. $100 is more like $20. $20 is more like $5. $200, to me, that's more like 100. I kid you not. When I went on the website on Redfin and Zillow, you know, just testing something out just to see how much, because I haven't looked on these websites in a long time, like Hot Pads and stuff like that. I was just trying to see how much is a studio apartment in Chicago nowadays, right? Because like years back, I want to say like 2014, 2015, it was like $495, $500 at the most for a studio. Bruh, I go on there this morning and I'm looking at studio apartments in the hood parts of Chicago for $800 plus. And the requirement is ridiculous to be living in the hood though. Then I look at the pricing for a 3-bedroom. When I tell you outrageous, you got to be out your damn mind. They got 3 bedrooms for $2,300 in the hood. That's how you know it's bad. That's how you know it's bad. The younger generation, like the younger generation that's younger than me, like in their 20s and like in their 20s and stuff like that, y'all, they don't even have a chance at independent living. Because you got to think about it. Of course, the requirements is going to require a lot, especially if you have to pay $800 for a studio apartment. And then you ain't even getting paid that much as it is at work. You ain't getting paid enough to be able to keep up the payment on your bills and put groceries in the house and make sure your car is good. Nah, man. Let's do the calculations real quick. Let's do some calculations. So I forgot how much minimum wage is in Chicago nowadays. Let's look this up. Let's see. How much is minimum? Oh, my bad. In Illinois, not Chicago, y'all. So $15 an hour for employees 18 years of age and older. But I do see stuff online that says like $19, $20 an hour. What's up, HWO? So anyway, we're gonna do $19 an hour. We're gonna do that. And where's my calculator? Let's see. This is a shame, y'all. Telling you. These 20-year-olds, 20-plus-year-olds don't really have a chance at independent living, and it's sad because now they have to be stuck under their parents' roof and hear their parents complain, majority of them. So anyway, say for instance, you want to pick up about 40 hours a week, right? And you're getting paid $19 an hour. Did I do that right? $760. $760. And then you're getting paid every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna do like a weekly pay, right? Let's say yeah. So that's $3,040 a month. But you gotta think about it. When you get your check, they're gonna take your whatever out of your check because they keep doing that shit just to make you broke. So anyway, we're gonna make it go all the way down because technically you're supposed to get what, 760, and we're gonna bring it all the way down, subtract. We just gonna say $50. Right. So 710 All right, so now we at $2,840 a month. Now this is what we have to work with. You got to make sure your rent is paid though, you know. So let's just say your rent is $800. I mean, this shit is just self-explanatory. And then let's just say you spend about $300. Nah, hold on. Let's just say that you spend about, man, we're gonna say, because the bills is high. So let's just say, and then we're gonna add in the car note. You know what I'm saying? Car notes is expensive and stuff like that. Let's just say your car note is $450. Your bills, we're gonna say $600. Groceries, now you at $990. So groceries, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and my husband, we spend probably like $1,000+ a month on groceries. Like, it's that bad. And we don't get junk food. We don't even eat junk food. We don't get junk food. We don't get unnecessary stuff. Like, this is just the reality. Like, it's just expensive. I done seen people talking about they spend like $1,800 to $2,000 a month on groceries alone. That's sad. So now you got $990 left, right? So you got to make sure you got groceries. I'm pretty sure you're going to probably spend like, I'm going to just be realistic. We probably spend about pretty much like $200 a week on groceries. Because like I said, you get 10 items, god dog it. 10 items is what, $150 alone? So let's just do this. So now you left that $590. You got to make sure that you get the necessities for the household. And shit is expensive. And this is just my calculations. Let me see what y'all saying. What's up, love yourself? Yeah, HWO, you said, geez, prices have gone up that much. Yes. You said you spent about 400 to, hold on. Is that 800? My screen cracked at the bottom. A month on groceries for 8 people. Shh. Man, you're lucky you ain't in Illinois, man. I'm telling you. These prices is just way too high. So basically, a 20+ year old is only probably working with more than likely. They left at probably like 500 or less a month. And that's going to go out fast because they got to get the necessities for the household. You know, they probably going to still need more groceries. And to be honest, that's just my calculations, like I said. But the reality is like you're left at really nothing. Because when I tell you, man, I pay bills. We get groceries, we pay bills. Of course, we have a toddler, so she needs pull-ups, wipes. You know what I'm saying? The car, just all type of issues. Like, I ain't finna keep playing with this car, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. The car just, one minute you get something fixed on it, and the next minute it break right back down. And then these mechanic shops is taxing. You better learn how to do your own car, because if you don't know how to do your own car, you're gonna be fucked. It's a shame, man. And then every time we look up, we left at like probably $20, $11. And I'm looking at him like, this is a damn shame. Especially when you don't want, I don't overwork myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't overwork myself. I gave my vehicle a break. Real talk, because I'm like, I'm not gonna keep putting too much on this vehicle and keep doing it and doing it and doing it to the point where now it's completely broken down. So $100, y'all. We'll come home with let's just say we'll come home with $100, right? Maybe we did it from work, or maybe somebody gave it to us. You could try your best to save that $100 as much as you want, but if you look, you're gonna be like, damn, I forgot. Baby needs some doggone pull-ups. So now you gotta go to the store and you have to buy a pack of pull-ups. You know? That's gonna reduce it down. So now you probably at what, $80-something? Then you come back home like, damn, forgot she needs some more wipes. When I tell you, man, kids is expensive, but shit, overall stuff is just expensive. It's expensive. If it get to a point where everybody out here and it's a retail apocalypse or whatever you want to call it, to the point where everything is wiped clean out the stores and stuff like that, realistically, like, we should really have stuff like stacked up and stuff like that. But it gets to that point. I was joking with my husband the other day, but I told him, I'm like, man, if I got to, or if we got to, we're gonna have to wipe our behinds. My bad, y'all. We're gonna have to wipe our behinds with some shirts or something around here. Look, we've been homeless for 2.5 years before. So unfortunately, I know how it feels to struggle. And it ain't fun. Like, it's not fun. It's either we help each other through all this, you know, Americans, we just get together and help one another, or we stay against each other and we just help ourselves or figure out a damn way. But yes, man, stuff is expensive. And I want to show y'all this clip. HWO says, yeah, small town in Kansas. That's why at my old job I was getting $8 an hour. Thank you, Narcissa. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, HWO. The small towns, honestly, is the best way to go. Honestly. Because I lived in a small town before, in another state, and everything was cheap. Everything was cheap. Nothing like Illinois. I hate that I even moved back to this dump. Real talk. But honestly, with what's going on with the tariffs and things like that, things is gonna get a lot more worse. That's just a little teaser right there. That ain't nothing. When I was just the little calculations and all of that stuff, that's just a teaser. Just think about in the coming weeks and days and stuff like that, what's gonna happen. People gonna be in grocery stores fighting over who finna get this piece of chicken and that one, and who about to get this pop and this juice and this milk. And people are paying $20 for a carton of eggs. You gotta be out your rabbit ass, man. $20 for a carton of eggs. Them eggs gonna stay right there. Shoot, when the eggs went up, they actually I haven't been to the grocery store in a while. My husband be going all the time. I be asking him to pay attention to the prices and stuff, but y'all know how men is. They just be grabbing stuff. But the last time I was at the grocery store a couple weeks ago, I did see that they brought the prices down on the eggs to like $5.99. And before that, eggs was like $10, $10.99, $11.99, stuff like that. Man, I was walking past them damn eggs like shit. I don't need no eggs. I don't need no eggs. And I still don't. Keep them right there on the shelf. I don't need it. Same thing for bread. We don't even really eat bread. I don't eat bread like how I used to. If I see some high prices for the bread, it's going to stay right there. I don't drink milk. And my husband my daughter don't even really like milk, you know. She don't like that shit. It can stay right there. I done seen people showing the prices at Walmart talking about the cheese is $9. A slice of cheese. That's gonna stay right there. Shit, we gonna be up in this doggone house with drinking some doggone water or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they go up on the water, y'all. I wouldn't be surprised if they start charging us to go outside and breathe air. Like, for real. I'm serious. It's getting out of control. You know, they charge for every single thing. And in the state of Illinois, which is, by the way, the worst fucking state to ever live in your damn life, don't come here, please. When I tell you taxes have skyrocketed, I wish I had that receipt and I threw it in the garbage. My husband came back from the store the other day and gave me the receipt, y'all. And they taxed $6-7 extra. Yeah, and it totaled out and the tax was $6-7 extra. No, man. No. Do y'all, it made me so sick to my stomach, seriously, like having to purchase items, anything, I don't care what it is. You will be in luck when you get you a good deal, you know what I'm saying? Like we live like literally a few blocks over from the grocery store, which by the way, I hate that specific grocery store because they prices is too high. You know, gas keep fluctuating. Gas going up 1 minute, next minute is down. 1 minute is up, next minute is down. People struggling to pay their damn rent. I don't understand why y'all still giving people eviction notices and stuff like that, and y'all already know people struggling. So you just so basically, are you saying the whole world is going to be homeless, Donald Trump? Is that the route that we going? Because you putting a pause on tariffs in certain countries, your ass need to be putting a pause on mortgages and rent and these damn high ass bills. I'm not about to keep breaking my neck and breaking my back to keep paying bills and then turn around and y'all steady going up on it. My internet bill was very low. They sent me a letter in the mail talking out to all the customers as a blah, 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 blah. They're going up $15. Motherfucker, you a damn lie. I'm already trying to make sure that we pay bills and stuff like that. Y'all tripping. Tripping. Yes. When we will change, you said $20 for eggs in the US. Yes. Ramona says $5.99 here in Arizona for a dozen. Okay. Ramon says soon we'll be paying for air we breathe. Yes. Harry says he is trying to make everything American made so we don't have to pay out the ass anymore. Honestly, though, what's up, DA? Honestly, y'all, nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't see fun in that, though. You know, things that's made in the U.S. specifically. I'm not saying that, you know, we should rely on another country to make our items and ship our stuff over here for, you know what I'm saying? But America is gonna play us. They're gonna play us like they've been playing us. And majority of us was today's years old when we started finding out that we were being played by our own country that we live in. They playing us. And then they getting played by China. Babylon is falling. Fuck. This is messed up ass country that we live in, y'all. It's a whole stage play. They literally sitting up here just playing with us. And we just watching them go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like Trump retaliate, China retaliate. Trump raised this on them, then they retaliate. Like, what are we watching? What are we doing? Trump, just go ahead, bro. Do what you gonna do. Get it out the way. Stop playing these little games. Stop. They talking about what's his name? Elon Musk trying to crash out or something like that. That's what I've been seeing on the internet. I don't know how true it is, but they saying his ass going crazy. If you ask me, Elon Musk does look like the type of person that needs to be checked in a mental facility, okay? But he's not like that dude is half human. Come on now. Love Yourself says Food for Less be having $3.49. Look, man, Food for Less used to be my store. Love Yourself, where you from? You from Chicago or something? Food for Less was my store. That was my go-to, y'all. I'm telling you, I loved that store. I stopped going there because at one point a while ago, they prices started going up. This was like years ago. So we stopped going there. And we started going to Fair Play. Oh, that's what's up. We got a Chicago citizen in here. Harry said Elon's kids be fucked up. For real. He weird. But, you know, so is everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fair Play. Fair Play. I'm not gonna lie, Fair Play is kind of up there again. I have been considering going back to Food for Less. I actually had got some items offline, y'all, from Food for Less like some days ago. And the price was pretty decent because when you look on Instacart and you see Food for Less on there, Love Yourself, why they price is way more cheaper than all the other grocery stores. That's a shame. Like, for real. But soon, I feel like it's not going to be any deals anymore. I don't feel like I don't feel like they're going to keep cutting us any deals anymore. Cutting us some slack pretty much. Oh yeah, y'all know, even though they going up on the prices and taxes is high and stuff like that, it's cool. We got y'all. So our grocery store, we're only going to charge you guys $3.49 for some eggs, But then considering what's going on, they probably ain't gonna be doing that no more. They probably gonna go skyrocket. Y'all see what they talking about. Shein and Temu is finna go up next week. I already seen it coming. I knew it. Told my husband that, boy. He was like, yeah, we should just order something off of Shein again. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I already know, like, the prices is finna go up. Again, people talking about how they going to China. Go your ass over there then. Go ahead. Just because they expose the U.S., you feel like, yeah, I'm just going to go to China and live over there. Go right ahead. You feel like you're going to get better treatment or something? You think they treat Americans lovely or something? Harry said we got to start shitting eggs. Right. Getting rid of old batches and stuff. Like, man, Harry said it's just society though, low key, all the sexy red and degenerate shit turning women into hoes and influencing kids. Oh my God, Harry, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm telling you. Oh my God, bro. This is in the Bible. This is what's to come, y'all. It's like in the end times, y'all, women are no longer submissive to their man. They're just whores and they're masculine. They masculine. I remember at one point a man used to want to pursue a woman. Now women are pursuing men and they can't keep their legs closed. Even married women, y'all, it's getting real out here. Then they teaching the little girls how to be little thoughts, how to be little thoughts. I like when my girls keep it classy. They got on a dress, close your legs, baby. Keep them legs crossed. Because these girls nowadays, they be sitting in the seats with their legs wide open with little skirts on. That's a shame. Watch and see how many Jezebels come out on Sunday too, y'all. By the way, Sunday is a pagan holiday, Easter. And I know some of y'all might believe in it, but do your research. Yeah, do your research. Watch and see how many Jezebel. Oh, by the way, do y'all know what else? Do y'all know what else is Sunday? Let me see y'all comment what y'all think Sunday. It ain't just Easter. It's something else on Sunday, April 20th. What y'all think it is? Harry said facts. The other week, a woman tried to F me, had me shook. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, Harry. Just a heads up. I have to keep your comments are being held for review. So what I'm doing is I'm allowing the comments only because you gotta like kind of put it in codes, like the cuss words and stuff like that. YouTube be thirsty. Exactly. 420. 420. Y'all know what 420? For the people that don't know what 420 is, it is Mary Jane Day. Marijuana. This all you're gonna smell is weed. Okay. And do y'all not know how satanic, even more satanic that is for y'all to sit here and practice fake loving God and all that, talking about he rose from the dead and all that, you know what I'm saying, using Easter for that, and then turn around and get up out of church and then get high as ever. Come on now. We're going to talk about that on another stream. Yeah. These people they weird. But back to these prices though. Let's go to this video. I keep saying that. For real, y'all. I'm about to go to this video. doggone shame giving people leftover items and stuff like. Then they got the nerve to have the stuff on the shelf with old dates on it. What's the name of them African girls that? Hopefully they don't copyright me, but I do want y'all to see this. By the way, I don't own copyrights to this. Let's go. Where is it? Talking about the Spice Girls. No. The African girls that do they little they twins, the African twins on YouTube. They got a YouTube channel and they be doing reactions and stuff like that to TikTok videos. Where is it? Shush. I don't know where it's at, but I know they got one of the videos on here. So I'm that's not it. Hold on. Let's go. I don't own no copyrights to this video, so I hope they do not copyright me. By the way, shout out to them. They doing their thing on YouTube though, because I remember when they had like what. When I first came to their channel, they had like probably 60,000 subscribers. So now they have like 101,000 because they've been doing their thing on here.
Okay, you ready? All right, $118.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. European markets are down across the board this morning, a 16-month low as Trump's tariff starts to bite. We've seen a mass sell-off of shares as panic intensifies about the possibility of a global recession. Now, European markets are still open, but London opened 5%, more than 5% down this morning. It's much worse on the continent.
Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Bear with me. Okay. So, all right, give me a second. This thing is tripping. I'm so like, what's going on? All right, forget it. Forget that part. Hold on, y'all. Still struggling real quick.
The Italian market opened more than 7% down, France 5%, and Germany 6%. And as serious as all this is, last week these markets already took losses. Plus, there's real concern in Europe about the car market. 25% tariff that Donald Trump imposed on imports into the United States. That could impact hundreds of thousands of jobs in Europe. And as bad as it is in Europe, it is much worse in Asia. Every single Asian market closed down today. The Hong Kong market lost some 13% of its value. That's the worst since 19...
All right. Let me know if y'all can hear everything real good. I'm trying to use this stand real quick so it can be better for y'all to see. So give me a second, y'all, again. We're gonna get this cracking. Okay. Wait a minute. We're gonna get this up. This thing is crooked as hell.
97 7, the Chinese market around 7% down, the Japanese market around 8%. And today, Donald Trump will speak to Japan's Prime Minister about this crisis. I imagine he's not the only world leader who's wanting to talk to Trump about all this.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode guys, we're going to be talking about Trump's tariff. I'm sure most of you have heard about the new tariffs he's imposing on other countries here. And we are also going to be talking about the global reception of his tariffs. Right, so in particular, we're going to be talking about Europe, countries like Germany to be specific, how these tariffs are going to affect them and how it affects you as a normal citizen in America, and how Japan and
I believe they live in Kenya, I believe. And they just talk about topics that's going on in the United States. They talk about stuff that's going on in the United States. Man, y'all, I'm really trying to put this thing right here. Still bear with me, please. I just wanted to stand up correctly. All right, whatever. We're just gonna leave it like that.
China, most importantly, received this tariff. Right, guys, we have to keep in mind that all this is a global stage. That is, it seems like a war is happening, and it's going to be affecting everybody, most especially the big.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in semi-passive income. Now, here's the thing. I don't own it, and I don't pay any rent. It doesn't even matter where you live, even if you're in a boring little town where almost no one travels to. And if you think I'm in here every single day, changing shit.
This is crazy, yo. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta go get my charger.
Big countries in the global economic stage,
Right.
But we don't want to talk a lot. Let's watch what we've prepared for you, and then we come back and talk about it. Consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Also, let us know your thoughts and opinion on this comment section. Do you think that President Trump is on the right track? Do you think at the end of the day he has an end goal that is going to benefit the economy of America, or do you think that this is a slow a slow and slippery slope? Let us know in the comment section. Let's watch and then we come back in our commentaries.
Okay, major breaking news. Donald Trump has just single-handedly crashed the global stock market. So the US market literally just opened after the weekend of it being closed, and in the first few moments, all of the major indexes fell yet again, between 3 and 4%. That brings the S&P's 3-day losses to around 13%. That's the biggest drop since the financial crisis of 2008. China's stock market, well, they suffered their worst single-day crash since 2008 as well. Hong Kong's stock market, they suffered their steepest single-day decline in nearly 3 decades. Taiwan had their biggest one-day drop in their history, flat out. Japan, they had to literally halt trading. Italy is down, Saudi is down, Germany is down, France, the UK, India, Australia, name a country, they are probably down. I mean, Russia, freaking Russia, they didn't even get hit with tariffs, yet they're down as well. And that's just Monday. So Donald Trump, seeing all the panic, all of the, it's a bloodbath out here, he said, do not panic. He said the United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Be strong, courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. As things develop, and they will bloody develop, I'll keep you guys updated.
It is Black Monday 2025 edition. The stock market continues to get crushed as a result of the shocking tariffs imposed by the Trump administration last Wednesday. The Japanese stock market was down 7% today. The Shanghai Composite was down 9%. The S&P futures are currently down 3.6%. Bitcoin is at 76K. Ethereum's at 1,500, and Solana looks like it's barely holding on to $100. Personally, I think it's clear that Trump is intentionally crashing the stock market to force the Fed's hand. If the economy slides into a recession, one of the only tools the US government has is lowering interest rates, just like they did in 2008 and 2020. So why does Trump want lower rates? First of all, the US has $9.5 trillion in debt that needs to get rolled over in 2025. If interest rates are lower, that means they pay out a lot less interest. Businesses will also flourish because they can access more capital cheaper. They'll be able to hire more people and invest in more projects. It's also no secret that mortgage delinquencies are rising and credit card debt is at all-time high. Trump's not even trying to hide his real intentions. On Friday, he tweeted, "This would be a perfect time for Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. He is always late, but he could now change his image and quickly." Because this crash is being almost entirely manufactured, I think we can pump back to all-time highs just as fast, and your signal for that will be if the Fed has an emergency rate cut. That being said, Trump is making a big gamble here. If the Fed stands their ground, the tariffs are going to cause an insane amount of damage to the world economy and even more so to Americans. Companies like Nike that rely heavily on cheap foreign labor have thinner margins than you might imagine, and a 46% tariff on all goods coming from Vietnam, which is where they produce all of their footwear, it's going to make their costs skyrocket. These tariffs will absolutely push some American companies to the edge of bankruptcy that otherwise would be okay. Personally, I think when the Fed does pivot, that these tariffs will be removed. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with these policies. Peace.
104% tariffs on China. That could be the reality starting this week, according to President Trump.
I have a great relationship with President Xi. I hope it's going to stay that way. I have great respect for China, but they can't do this. We're going to have one shot at this, and no other president's going to do this, what I'm doing. And I'll tell you what, it's an honor to do it.
So how do we get to 104% tariff? To the math. First, you got to understand these are just the new tariffs being put on China since President Trump took office. There are already existing tariffs on certain Chinese imports coming into the United States, but I want to focus on these new ones because that's where the escalation is happening. So in February, President Trump put 10% tariffs on China. Then in March, he put another 10% tariff on China. These two, he said, were because of fentanyl. Then last week, you remember that big Rose Garden ceremony? President Trump announced the so-called kind reciprocal tariffs. Remember that big chart? Well, on that chart, China was hit with 34% tariffs. And late last week, China saw that number and said, hey, we're going to slap the United States with 34% tariffs on American goods going into China. Well, last night, President Trump said, hey, China, I see that you retaliated against my 34% tariff. So unless you pull those back, I'm going to add another 50% to your tariffs. Now, let's just do the simple math. You add that all together, that's how you get to 104% tariffs. And as I've reported repeatedly, you and me, the consumer, is the one who pays that tariff. China does not pay that amount. The person who imports the item.
My fault, y'all. I had to go grab my baby girl. But yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's like people going crazy. They going crazy, and it's sad because it's like the people that has never had an opportunity to feel what it's like to struggle, they finna go crazy. Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine what it's gonna be like for them? Can you? I'ma just be honest, like, if you are not in preparation for the things that's actually about to happen, I feel like you should just get closer to God, get into the Bible, start praying, start fasting. And then honestly, like, if you start fasting, it's more easier for you to teach yourself how to go without. Like, naturally, I haven't ate really, like, I only eat like once a day, if that. I don't really be hungry like that, to be honest. And honestly, like, what was helping me even more is the past couple days I was kind of under the weather. Like, not sick, you know, like sneezing and coughing and stuff like that. I was more so like dehydrated. I don't know if it's because I haven't been drinking enough water. I'm starting to feel like that's exactly what it is. But for the past few days, I've been feeling like a little weak and lost of appetite. Just don't want to eat anything. Really just want to drink nothing but water and stuff like that. I feel like I was consuming a little bit too much caffeine, like definitely coffee. Yeah, definitely. She just really want to know how to talk, don't you? Tell them, say, I'm finna have my own YouTube channel. Say, I'm about to have my own YouTube channel and I'm gonna start talking and stuff too. She be interested in watching me cook. Like, she'll be crying and stuff, and all I gotta do is just sit her right there by the kitchen and she'll just be extra quiet, just watching me cook the whole time. She interested in watching me do my hair. Sometimes when I be in the mood to do my doggone hair, she'll sit there and watch me. Right? You said what? Look. You live. You know that?
No.
You're live. I'm gonna say, let me show y'all her favorite song though, real quick, y'all. I know we was talking about the tariffs and stuff, but could y'all guess this little girl's favorite song? I don't let her listen to the full thing because it's cussing and stuff. But you will never guess this. This girl loved this. She loved the first part of this song. That's all I'm gonna say. We got to play it. You ready? You ready for your favorite song? Uh-oh. Here we go. Don't own copyrights. Huh? Don't act shy now. Wow. Good job, this girl. Do your dance.
Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe gang. Peekaboo, 7.62s a nigga playing. Peekaboo, popping out, you better smell my name. Peekaboo, put your foreign solo.
She said, hey.
Peekaboo, why you acting Peekaboo, you know I know niggas.
You got milk all on your chin. Uh-oh. Too much. I don't never let you get past that little part. Y'all, Kendrick Lamar, he got the babies out here really dancing. That's crazy. Other than that, she like listening to that weird little thing. What's that thing? Coco Melon. She like those type of songs, you know. What's your favorite one, little girl? She really be like when I talk to her, y'all, she really responds back and be trying to talk to me. She tries to have a whole conversation with me. So that's why we're going to be working on getting her own YouTube channel, because she is getting to be a little bit more verbal. She knows words like exactly. She knows how to say that. Yep. Exactly. She know what exactly means, you know what I'm saying? She know what a lot of words mean, and she tries to respond, say stuff. You know, we ask her questions and she say yes, or she'll say yes. See? All right. Make sure you tell them what else you be saying. Make sure you tell them. What's your favorite song? With the Coco Melon. Come on, since you want to be on my YouTube channel today, since I was going live talking about what's going on in America, but I guess all the attention is on you right now, right? Because I already know you ain't about to let me talk about nothing. Say, I woke up from my nap and now I'm running the show. Love Yourself said, hey, baby girl, that's my song too. Say thank you. Say, I love that song. Well, the first few minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show off. Come on. Just show off. Nope, you're not going to touch my puzzle. Let's show them everything you be doing. Y'all, I'm on copyright.
See something you want. What's the magic word? Please, please, please.
Oh, by the way, y'all, she do not really like Gracie's Corner. My other kids, the other little ones, they don't really like Gracie's Corner. I guess just Gracie's Corner is just played out now. And the kids is getting tired of it. Huh? Oh, I know what you're saying. The wheels on the bus. That's what you're saying? Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Hey.
I'm not. Hey, I ain't singing the whole song for you. But this will.
Hey. Yeah.
You know you won't lie, right?
About saving money. Everything I'm wearing, I've had since.
You got about 5 people and more probably watching.
car insurance.
This her favorite one, y'all. Sorry. I don't own copyrights, but hey, she took over the live, so. And then after this, you gonna let me talk, right? Swish, swish, swish. They didn't do that one yet. They go blink, blink, blink.
Signals on the bus go blink, 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 all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep,
Beep, beep, beep.
beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The motor on the bus goes vroom, vroom, vroom.
Say vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, there you go. There go your part.
People on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. The mommies on the bus.
Oh, there go your part. That's her favorite part. Can you do it?
I love you. I love you.
I love you. Are you doing sign language? Oh, you doing the sign language? Yay! Y'all, I'm sorry. I just gotta play. What'd you say? Oh, you said Miss Rachel. She honestly, she don't like Miss Rachel. She'll tolerate it for a very, very short period of time. I'll say probably like a couple minutes. But y'all, I forgot her all-time favorite is Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. This girl is obsessed with Mickey Mouse. I mean, man. And when she hear the song come on, she be going crazy. She got the Mickey Mouse stuffed animals, and she don't even like to play with it. She be throwing it all on the floor and stuff like that. Stop! Don't touch that. She be throwing it all on the floor. It's all type of stuff. Dang, my daughter calling me. Hold on. Yeah, my oldest daughter is calling me right now, but I'm gonna have to call her real soon. So we are going to let this girl hear her song. I'm gonna say a few things, y'all. And then we gonna get on up out of here. You said D and Friends and Oz is cute on Netflix. Okay, I gotta check that out. I haven't heard of that. I think my Netflix account is suspended because I didn't pay them. Like, look, I got Tubi. It's free. YouTube is free for right now. So I'll just be taking advantage of stuff like that. My Netflix account suspended a few weeks ago. And I had totally forgot. But yeah, yeah, my daughter ain't playing no games, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. She blowing me up right now.
I almost forgot.
She know I'm gonna call her back.
Appear, we get to say the magic words. Miska, Muska, Mickey.
Uh-oh.
Say it with me. Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
Don't.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Roll call! Donald! Daisy! Goofy! Here! Pluto! Minnie! Mickey!
Right here.
You not dancing?
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside.
Oh, you probably.
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh, I know why you ain't dancing, because you thought that I was about to play an episode for you. That's what you thought. But it ain't gonna go down like that one, sweetheart. We don't even, so like far as TV time and stuff like that, y'all know I be talking about kids being all into the TV, so I have to practice what I preach, right? She don't not, so we just do like probably at the most 30 minutes a day, every other day worth of TV, and we just break it down so she'll get like probably 5 minutes or 15 minutes here and up. Because you don't want to overstimulate little toddlers, because it'll be hard for them to like go to sleep and stuff. She does really good with her nap time, so we don't want to disturb that with cartoons and all type of stuff, you know. I'll be having her watch the old cartoons like Yo Gabba Gabba. That came out, I think Yo Gabba Gabba came out in like 2009 or something like that. Or 2010, we'll be having her watch that. And just Mickey Mouse. That's it. Miss Rachel, it's like she's not really into it like that. But we're gonna check that one out though. The odds, D and friends in the odds. I'm gonna look that up for real. So tell them, yeah. So tell them what you about to do. We already know. So to go back to what I was just talking about as far as like expenses and stuff like that, we already know what to expect for the future and what the future holds. Potentially, our children may never get an opportunity to have independent living. Possibly, I'm not going to manifest that, but we are already up on game. And to break that generational curse, we want to try to build generational wealth as best as we can. Let alone, we want to be able to we want our kids to be able to have something to fall back on in our name, pretty much. If they want to live with us, they can just stay with us. We ain't gonna try to put them out and stuff like that, considering what's going on in the world. If my oldest daughter was 18 right now, and she told me, Mom, I cannot afford can I please just come back and live with you? Yes, ma'am, you sure can. You sure can. Especially if it's more than enough room, or even if it ain't enough room, we gonna make it work. Do y'all not know? See, back in the days, that's why I had you on my lap. Back in the days, in the struggling times and stuff, it was like 15 people under one roof, under a 2-bedroom, living in the 2-bedroom. And I know some Hispanics that's doing it. Like, no offense to that culture, but they be making it work, to be honest. Chinese people do too. That come to America and stuff like that. It'd be like a whole family living in a small household, and they be making it work. If it gotta be that way, it gotta be that way. Unfortunately, if it gets to that point. But other than that, like, we're definitely trying to have something for our children to fall back on. I'm not sure how long YouTube is going to be up, but I definitely want to take advantage of it for her. So that's why we was going to start creating her a YouTube channel. Yeah. And we working on it because I want her to have like a safe playroom. Like, we got two options. Either we make the playroom down here or put it upstairs. I feel like it'd be like better downstairs and stuff like that. That way we keep an eye on her. Stand up. Stand up. We probably finna go outside, y'all, because it's 75 degrees right now. It's like very humid outside. And honestly, it's weird because tomorrow is going to drop right back down to the 50s. So we better enjoy this weird weather while we can. When they steady up there playing with the weather, putting chemicals in the atmosphere and stuff like that. So anyway, Leah, say bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. That's her middle name, y'all. I'll be calling her by her middle name sometimes, Aaliyah. Say bye-bye, Aaliyah. Leah, bye-bye. Say bye-bye. See y'all later. My own YouTube channel coming soon. All right. Say, wake them people up. Wake them people up. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. We out. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to stay tuned for more content, more live streams. Unfortunately, hubby is not here to get her right now. So we had to dedicate the live stream to her a little bit. But I thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being patient. Shout out to Frankie. Shout out to Cliff. Love yourself. Harry. Everybody that participated in the live stream today and just heard everything. Appreciate y'all. We out.